The secret combination of the latter days will be a global conspiracy intent on destroying the freedom of all the nations of the world. In modern terminology, a global conspiracy, secret and embedded in all the nations, is called the international, global, or supranational deep state. It is the alliance of the deep states in all nations, along with other actors, intent on controlling the governments of all nations. It seeks to establish a new world order, a totalitarian world government with itself at the head. While many consider this a conspiracy theory, the Book of Mormon says that it will be real. We have documented this global conspiracy at the edges, citing CIA Director John Brennan's use of foreign intelligence operations against Donald Trump's campaign and later President Trump's administration. But it will become even more clear in a case study of the COVID-19 pandemic, which we will address later. Needless to say, this cabal already exists globally and is actively trying to achieve world domination. It resides on the left of the political spectrum. The deep state, nationally or internationally, works hand in hand with the press. That is so because the press, at least the so-called fake news outlets, are part of the secret combination. It is the propaganda wing of the conspiracy. The press smears all those who oppose them, leak damning documents leaked to them by deep actors, leak fake narratives to support the agenda of the deep state, and defend and cover up the actions of their own. Mark Levin knew that it was deep state actors within the FBI that was leaking to a complicit press.
And I looked at the leaks, and I knew they were coming from the FBI that were taking place. And I took 8 of them, one exhibit after another. And I said, and I meant it, there's espionage going on in this administration against Trump, against his campaign. I didn't have the specifics, but I knew enough to read what was going on. Those leaks were coming from the FBI.
The reason that the fake news acts as the propaganda wing of the conspiracy is that they are populated with conspirators. It is an incestuous relationship between the media and the Democratic Party and the deep state.
And I want the American people to know that one of the problems is, in addition to the most corrupt president in modern history, Obama, we have the most corrupt press in modern history. You want to know why? There are dozens of former Democrats that worked on Capitol Hill, that worked in nonprofit groups, that worked in the Obama and Clinton administrations, who are now so-called news journalists in the media. And they have family members, too. There is an incestuous relationship. I call it the Democrat Party media because that's exactly what it is.
Even those who were actively involved in the soft coup against Trump, such as John Brennan and James Clapper, have been hired as commentators by the media after their government service. Other conspirators like James Comey published op-eds in the fake news' newspapers, such as the New York Times. Furthermore, the press, as all good soldiers in a secret combination, protect and defend their own. This is the case in regards to allegations that Joe Biden sexually abused a staffer. Regardless of the merits of the accusations, the press will exonerate all those associated with the conspiracy.
What it is. And they're covering up for Biden now. When Biden wants to speak, he can barely speak. When Biden wants to speak, who does he talk to? Joe Scarborough? Oh, that'll be a fascinating discussion. Between the two of them, they have a negative IQ of 48. You're going to have Biden there. You know full well that the Scarborough staff and the Biden staff are already coordinating on how he's going to respond and so forth. Hey, tough guy, Biden, you're always calling out the president. You're going to take him behind the schoolhouse. How about you stand up straight like a man in front of a camera, take questions for 30 or 40 minutes. The president does it for 90 minutes at a time. You were accused of sexual assault. In some states, what you're accused of doing is called rape. This is a very, very serious matter. So defend yourself like a man. Speak out. Don't put out statements. But the press will defend him. Why? Because the press is corrupt.